Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Kennedy Center. My name is Art Purampran. I'm the company manager of this great company, and I'm thrilled this evening to be introducing you to the Suzanne Farrell Ballet, which is the Kennedy Center's own ballet company. For 15 years now, Miss Farrell has shared her incomparable insight into the ballets of the great ballet master and choreographer George Balanchine, who called Miss Farrell his muse. We're lucky as audience members here at the Kennedy Center to be seeing the company every year. And next week, from October 21st through the 23rd, we'll be performing in the Eisenhower, which is just down the hallway over there. During her career at New York City Ballet, Miss Farrell danced in many of Mr. Balanchine's great works. And she created and redefined the great ballerina roles of the 20th century. And much of what makes the Suzanne Farrell Ballet special is her insight into each of these ballets' special details, their atmosphere, their musicality, and the life-giving impulse beneath each of the steps. Tonight, we're going to peel the curtain back and give you a glimpse of the truly special work that's happening here in the studios at the Kennedy Center. You'll see a lot of great dancing tonight. First is Danses Concertantes, which is set to the music of Stravinsky, and then Gounod Symphony, which is the piece de resistance of this year's program, in which Miss Farrell has dug back into the Balanchine repertory to show us a rarely performed gem of a ballet set to music of Charles Gounod. For this, we'll show you the second movement in a working rehearsal so that you can see the work that goes into putting together a ballet, and you'll hear some of Miss Farrell's wonderful notes that she gives to the dancers, which brings the ballet to life. What you'll see on stage next week in performance is just a small part of the work that goes into putting together a ballet, so we wanted to show you some of the magic behind the scenes. And finally, our program includes Stars and Stripes, which is a bright tribute to America and a cheerful vision of patriotism. We're still working hard to put these ballets together, so we're going to show them to you tonight, mostly in working rehearsal clothes. But we hope you'll have fun watching some of tonight's excerpts, and I hope you'll gain a little bit of insight from Miss Farrell as well. So that's plenty of talking from me. Let's introduce to you the reason why we're all here, Miss Suzanne Farrell. Hi, Suzanne. So tell us a little bit about the program that we're going to see tonight and next week.
We have in our repertoire almost 55 Balanchine ballets, each one unique and wonderful to dance. In fact, I wish you all could dance a Balanchine ballet. It's just the best.
Cool. So tell us about the first ballet on the program, Danses Concertantes.
Danses Concertantes was first choreographed in 1944. And before the era of such sophisticated technology, the choreography was lost. So he reworked it again in 1972, using much of the same ideas that he had. The first image we see of dances is this enormous curtain. And in one corner, there's the signature of Stravinsky, the composer. And in another place, Eugene Berriman, the costume designer, and then Balanchine's signature. And if you really look close enough, you'll see a silhouette of Mr. B looking up and admiring the curtain. And it's in front of this curtain that all the players introduce themselves, much in the manner of Commedia dell'arte. And then the curtain magically disappears, and all the dancers are on stage in their colorful tutus and costumes.
So what are we going to be seeing tonight here?
We will see two of the four pas de trois, each one different in flavor and tone, and the introduction to the ballet. So let's go. Bethany Lowry, Jane Morgan, Ted Seymour, and Claire Stallman. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that. So the next ballet on the program is Gounod Symphony, which, as I said before, is a rarely performed Balanchine ballet. And it's a ballet that hasn't actually been seen by a professional company in over 20 years. So, Ms. Farrell, what interested you in the ballet and what drew you to stage it for your own company here?
Well, for one thing, hardly anybody has seen it, so that makes it new and a new audience. It's almost like having Balanchine coming back and making a new ballet for these current dancers, so I like that idea. It's, the patterns are exquisite. They don't exist in any other ballet except Gounod Symphony, and it is a symphony, so you have to have a lot of people on stage. There are 32 people in the ballet, and that requires enormous energy, and the patterns are almost like if you have a kaleidoscope and you look at the one end, all you have are bits and pieces of glass, and then you turn it the other way and you look through the prism, and it has all these gorgeous patterns that change and evolve and colors. So I like that idea, and Balanchine had that kind of mind that he could bring that into our bodies. So I like that idea.
You said before, you've described the ballets as worlds.
I do. I like to refer to Mr. B's ballets as worlds because each one creates a different world. It's not just a different ballet. It wants to bring you in to be able to live in all these worlds. Amber, come on. We have an arabesque, which is the most obvious and basic ballet pose, but in Gounod, it has to be the arabesque of Gounod Symphony. No other ballet, it only exists in that ballet. Thank you. So that makes it also unique.
Great, so should we take a look at some of it?
All right, this will be a working rehearsal. This is not the one, you'll have to come and see the patterns because this section is the pas de deux section, which in itself is unique because it's not a dance only for two. At one point, there are 8 ensemble members that come in. Because the music becomes a fugue and it requires more people on stage. Mr. B was very much a musician, and so he knew the aspects and the benefits and the pleasures of bringing more people on stage, so it's a different kind of pas de deux. So let's watch this. It's a rehearsal. We're still working on it. And this stage is smaller than the one we will be on, so we have to respace things, so we'll work it out. This big, big, travel more, big and travel. Maybe look back at him. Stretch this out. because of him, not for him, because. Arms to the side and out, and heads, more heads, one. And stay, and lean. As big as the music allows. Lots of bourrées. Stay. Lean to the side. Okay, I think we need to do this again for spacing. Sorry. Maybe we can take it. Were you all on your marks? Everybody on their marks? The stage we will be performing this on will be maybe 4 times larger than this. Every stage you go to, you have to respace the choreography, so we're a little tight here, but let's go try it again. Keep the movements big even though we don't have anywhere to go. All right. Greg, maybe from 256? That's where you Can you do that? Run on with energy and keep the energy up even when you're not dancing. And bend more. Heads down and up. Even more. Downstage. And stay. Quicker releve and stay. And lots of bourrées, like the violin. And place the arms. Eyes up, eyes up. Lean more to the side. From sunrise to sunset, port de bras from sunrise to sunset, big day. Slow head, slow head. fall slower, good. Now search, and he doesn't find you. Travel more on this stage. Maybe let's just take it from searching. Greg, can we have 520 again? Maybe you can travel a little more, search a little more, and stay a little more on this side of the stage, and then I'll get out of the way for the pretty lift. So you can travel more on the part of the room. And stay here a little longer. Music says go. Thank you. That was lovely. So this is, come on out and take a bow. Natalia Magna-Caballi and Michael Cook and everyone. Thank you.
So the last ballet on our program is Stars and Stripes. Now, this is a really big ballet, right? There's 41 people in it. Tell us a little bit about Stars and Stripes and where it came from.
I have a theory that Mr. Balanchine came to America because it served, he left Russia during the time of the Bolshevik Revolution and didn't go back for many, many years. And my theory is that ballet saved him because it gave him a visa and exit out of the horrific times of the Russian Revolution. And perhaps that's why he devoted himself to ballet. It gave him his existence. He never got bored, and perhaps that's why he was also so prolific, is because he was in service to the dance. He came to America in 1934 and became an American citizen in 1939. And so he very well understood the importance of governance and the freedom that this country allowed. So America gave him a home, and he gave America a ballet company with a repertoire that mirrored the melting pot of the people who live here. His 1958 gift of Stars and Stripes represents vitality, largesse, reverential humor, and pride. So let's see Stars and Stripes.
Great. So I just wanted to ask you one more question in closing. Why is it important for you to show Mr. Balanchine's ballets to audiences today? You've created so many great roles. You've had such a wonderful career, and now here we are today with 3 Balanchine ballets coming up soon. So,
well, I think you got the feeling of all these different worlds that exist in these ballets. 3 different ballets, different composers, makes you feel different. You look different. It's such a luxury to be able, a luxury and a responsibility to be able to give that to the audience and feel it. You know, a dancer's life is very short, so you want to dance now. Now is the only moment we know we have, and so all we want to do is make people happy and dance to this wonderful music and create these worlds. But Balanchine also was a wonderful teacher. He cared very much about dancers. He even revitalized and readapted the ballet technique so that dancers wouldn't get injured. He also co-developed the basket weave stages that we dance on now for more spring, which basketball people use now, originated from Mr. Balanchine to preserve, because a choreographer is worthless, not worthless, but lost without healthy dancers, so that was very important to him. And he even taught us to bend more and plie more so that we wouldn't get injured, so he very much cared about people. And it was also his philosophy. He wasn't just a teacher from 9 to 5 and then forgot about it. He was very devoted, as I said, to ballet. And I was fortunate enough to join his company when I was young and then grow up and start to do his ballets and collaborate with him. And he gave me 3 ballets, which are treasured, you know, and it's wonderful when, it's interesting about doing a ballet. There are ballets that you learn and pass on to someone else, and then it's entirely different if it's never been done before and he's in the creative process. You don't have any reference. There's no film, there's no review, or there's no success. There's no history to a ballet. So I sort of equate it to being in the studio and he asks for something and it's like having this dust on the floor, and then he whips the dust into a ballet and it suddenly becomes something. It's quite frightening and magical at the same time, but it's just a pleasure to be able to do what you love to do. Dancers love to dance, and there's just nothing like. I actually teach a class for ballet for adults, if you'd like to come.
So yes, look it up on the website. It's pretty great. So
you're all invited.
Yes, and you're also all invited to our performances next week in the Eisenhower. Tickets are available at the box office or on the website, and please also go to our Facebook page where you'll find interviews with our dancers, with our costume designer, as well as another look into our rehearsal studio for World Ballet Day, which we did last week. So please come to the world of these great ballets with us, and thank you very much for coming tonight.
This was just an appetizer. Come see the feast. Thank you.
Good night.